You're listening to
KSFM.
KSFM.
KSFM. Off the record.
And here we are, episode 2, KSFM coming at ya.
G'day Kingston Smith School community, pretty stoked to be back here bringing our second episode. First of all, I just want to give a couple of shout outs. First of all to Kingston Smith School Social Hub, who are helping us put all this together. And that's being run by the KSIT team, so big props to them.
Massive props to them. The KSIT team have been working really hard behind the scenes. They're helping us put this together. They're doing that. They're doing a multitude of things. Just be nice to them on the KSS Social Hub. Also, we thought we'd like to mention that we take this KSFM so seriously. Any speaker that we get, anytime we get together to record a show, we expect formal attire. So we've put a photo up of Webdog Millionaire and G-Time, and we're looking pretty dapper, and that is our general expectation every show.
Yep, shirt and tie.
Shirt and tie. We'd also like to give a shout out to Laura. The pump track, yeah, it's a tough call at the moment. Watch this space. Keep listening to the ACT government website. We can't give permission for you to come out and get onto that pump track just yet.
Unfortunately.
Thanks for hitting us up on KSS Social Hub though.
And anyone who wants or you think needs a shout out, let us know on the page, and we'll make sure that happens.
Yeah, one of you mentioned that you'd like a show every morning. We'd love to do it, but it's a little bit more time consuming.
Unfortunately, we've got online lessons to produce as well. That's still got to be our core business.
Yeah, so what's happening today, Webdog Millionaire?
First of all, we've got a little segment coming up from a few of your friendly teachers and staff. They're going to be talking to us about different forms of media.
I think mainly one movie. They're looking at a movie, they're breaking it apart, I think.
Okay, well, that should be interesting.
And the hint towards that movie is, I don't want it to be too obvious, AC/DC.
Ooh.
Do you know what movie it is from that?
I certainly do not.
Okay, right. So AC/DC is your hint. They're coming up really soon. After that, I'd like to introduce a special friend of mine called Webdog Millionaire. Oh, you've met him, great. He's going to be doing a bit of a spiel on hip hop. What's that? You've recorded a track?
I have got a little one to release today.
A little 1 minute effort?
Yeah, a little 1 minute just to get things going.
Perfect, and that'll be on the show.
That's coming up.
Oh, beautiful. And then after that, we'll have a bit more of a chat, and then we're done. Into the weekend.
Cool.
Sounds good?
Keep it real, KSS.
Let's do this.
So, Mr. Bradfield is giving me the on-air sign. So, let's begin. Welcome, KSS. This is KS. I'm announcing the title for the first time in front of a live audience. KS Content. We suggest it, you digest it. What do we think? Is that good?
Quippy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Quippy. Thank you for the perfect segue, Jack. That's actually going to segue us right into our first thing that we're doing. So, guys, today we're going to introduce ourselves, who we are, and then we're going to follow up with our first bit of content that we're suggesting today, which is 2008's very quippy Iron Man. So, I'll start us off as the host with the most. I am Thomas Hansen. You'll probably know me as Mr. Hansen. I am a Year 8 and Year 6 Hats and Maths teacher.
I think they only know you as Snack Attack.
Yeah, okay, so I've previously been called Snack Attack. I have not brought in my iconic snack eating skills to this podcast, so I think that nickname is going to die now, as it should. So I'm going to bring it around to the next person who's part of this podcast. Tick, go for it.
Hey guys, it's Tick, the IO. I'm here with Snack Attack and Mr. Bailey. We're just hanging out, talking about movies. So I don't think I've seen Iron Man in a long time. I think I was 12 when it came out too, so it was a while ago.
So like 1 year?
I thought it was really funny. I think it's a funny movie. I don't know if Mr. Bailey has any more to add to that.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Bailey. I teach Year 5, and thank you, Snack Attack, for the introduction. It's fantastic. Yeah, this movie came out 12 years ago. Sorry, I have to do a water drop every time someone ums, and I ummed a lot. Yeah, this movie's pretty funny. I watched it last night, and it hasn't aged terribly well.
No, that is so not true.
But in a good way.
No.
It aged badly in a good way.
Aged
Kind of
badly in a
like
good
myself. And Mr. Bradfield.
I really don't know you. And Mr. Bradfield. No, speaking of age badly, I have to get someone back for their previous podcast. Speaking of not aging well, have you guys seen Mr. Webby? Oh my god, so much grey hair and terrible.
That was a very personal attack on poor Mr.
Yeah, well,
Webby.
you know what?
He's not even here to defend himself.
Yeah, that's the perfect time to get at Mr. Webby. He's a big, strong guy, so now he's out of the room. Let's hit
I
him
call
up.
it salt and pepper.
He's also got a terrible afro at the moment. Actually, oh no, that has been shaved off. All right. Anyway, regardless, let's get back to the content. So yeah, the movie Iron Man. Yeah, I disagree. I don't really think it's aged that badly. It doesn't look unrealistic. Like, it's not like Star Wars Attack of the Clones. Like, it looks like you're watching a video game from 2000. But
Yeah.
I think it looks alright. I think it's very unique. I think it has aged. I suppose it has aged well in a way that it's unique and different to other Marvel movies.
It's definitely not the best Marvel movie.
No, it's
No.
not the best, but I think I'd put it up there. I'd say maybe top 3 for me out of all of them.
Well, that's a big call.
That's
But
it.
there's about
I-
87 of those movies.
Yeah, well, I mean, 87 of them and 80 of them are, just,
So you're what? It's in your top 7.
no, top 3. Top
Yeah.
3. I think it's really, really good.
I'm gonna say real quick before we have to get out of here that the best thing about it is also the worst thing about it, because there's heaps of those like 2000s superhero movie like one-liners, like he's flying along and then he releases some flares. And then all of a sudden he's like, this is just like paparazzi. And it's like, that's a terrible line that wouldn't float these days and would just be memed to the end of the earth. But in 2008, people thought that was funny.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. It's like a little time capsule. And that's nice.
Yeah, nice. Well put. I like it. I would definitely say I would recommend it. Absolutely. Obviously, I'm probably more keen on it than everyone else here. What would you guys say? Would you recommend it?
I'd recommend it, but I think Captain America is definitely the better movie.
No.
I think it's a good place to start if you want to get into like the very beginning of MCU stuff. It
Yeah.
sets a lot of groundwork and it's a kind of an essential watch if you're into that kind of thing.
Definitely. Compared to some of the
Yeah.
stuff today that's just like crazy space stuff. All right. So I think that's it for today. We're just going to plug our next episode, which is going to be suggested by Tick, which is...
Wayne's World.
All right, get on it. Wayne's World. Thanks, everyone.
You're listening to KSFM.
Alright guys, so as I've said before, I'm a little bit of a hip hop head. I love my 90s hip hop, anything from, late 80s to maybe early noughties. Heavy focus on the 90s, that's my jam. I'll be releasing some tracks here and there, not mine. But yeah, I love it, and it's a bit of a creative outlet for me to actually write some rhymes here and there. And I've never really got into my own production. I usually just steal other instrumental tracks that I found online from some of the stuff that I listen to myself. But I've written some rhymes and performed them at some of my friends' weddings over the years. I've done a few school ones at my last school and a couple here at KSS too. I think it's just a fun little way to sort of get creative and try and get a message out in as few words or syllables as possible. It's quite a challenge sometimes, and I'd anyone who's likes hip hop and rap music, I'd encourage you strongly to give it a go. Just start scribbling down a few little rhymes on a page about something that's important to you. And find a little track that it kind of goes to, and working that flow out to fit the words to the beat is pretty cool when it comes together. And I'd strongly encourage anyone to give it a go, because it's a fun little thing to do. And yeah, as we said earlier, recorded a little number earlier in the week. This is a little focus on the current situation that we find ourselves in. So hope you like this. what began? A little bug overseas. Pandemic with such apparent ease. Started out vigilant sanitation. Now people forced into self-isolation. We can't let it stop our education. This situation ain't no good. COVID-19, stay away from our neighbourhood. Strong debate as to whether schools close. The right call? Early days, so who knows? Here we are, the spot we find ourselves. Student free, but learning's not on the shelves. Just switching to an online space. Don't worry, there's tech to help you see our face. Things gonna be different for a while. Can't let this virus take away our smiles. Seems strange with social distancing, but more than ever, we've got to keep practicing our hero values. It's time to start remembering harmony, because we're all in this together. Excellence in practicing our diligence and respecting the rules from governance. Optimism, most importantly of all, one day this will end and together we'll stand tall.
You're listening to
KSFM, off the record.
Web Dog Millionaire. What a track. Were you proud of it? How'd you feel you went?
Look, it was just a bit of fun. I think I got a couple of messages out in the rhymes there, but I felt like I rushed the last bit of it a little bit, but you know.
And the production was pretty phenomenal.
Oh, absolutely.
You were easy to work with.
Yeah.
But on that, so talking music, we have music playing behind when we're talking most of the time. The first track that we actually opened with tonight was a song by Arclight. And Arclight are a Canberra band. They hit us up on Facebook because we put this show out, and so they said we need some music. And they hit us up and said, we're happy, we're releasing an EP next week, we'd love you to use some of our stuff. So that was by the band Arclight. And hit them up if you enjoyed it. Hit them up on Facebook. It's just facebook.com Arclight Musician. And Arclight is spelled ARCLIGHT. Arclight Musician on facebook.com. That said, because we're in the market for music, if you are keen on recording and producing something that you'd like us to include in a show, give it to us. We'd love that. That would be absolutely unreal.
MC Webdog, Millionaire, would love a battle. Anyone who produces
you're laying down a challenge.
if anyone wants to put a little track on there.
A diss track.
A diss track.
Oh, well, let's see what happens. That sounds pretty exciting. And lastly, this is an announcement for tonight, so now we need to really make sure we get the show out, Webdog. But Hands Like Houses, they're probably one of the biggest export bands from Canberra in a long time. I used to work with one of the dudes in there. They've toured the world. They've sold out shows all through the UK, all through the US. They've done Vans Warped Tour many, many times. They're doing a gift for all of Australia, or at least Canberra, tonight. They're doing a show tonight called Live in Your Lounge, and it will be online starting at 8 p.m. If you want to hit it up, hit them up on facebook.com/handslike-houses. We'll put these links in our little bio for this YouTube clip too, just so you can easily access them. But they are pretty special live. I strongly recommend. If you're doing nothing tonight at 8 p.m, hit them up and have a look.
Great. Well, I hope you enjoyed our second episode. And have a great weekend, everybody. We look forward to getting back in the studio next week.
100%. Do some exercise, plan to plant, learn to juggle, do a Rubik's Cube, do some stuff that makes you happy.
Enjoy the time with your family.
KSFM out.